Are you trying to build the best team in Madden? Well, head on over to instantmuttcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? And welcome to a Weekend League update. Well, we're going to talk about a few things today, okay? We're going to talk. Let's get started with the overview of how it went. The game is frustrating right now, and if it's frustrating for me, I know it's frustrating for you guys. The frustrations of the game come in a lot of parts, and like I said, I want to cover the things I want to change in the game. Will that happen? Probably not, but I want to cover it. So, and it's not in this video. That's its own epic, right? Get ready for that one. But the way that the game plays right now, one of the biggest problems with it is the dropped interceptions, and I think we all know that, right? But the biggest problem with the dropped interceptions is when people throw it into like a heavier traffic, essentially, right? Now, if you happen to be on the higher end of passers, you're probably throwing into like one-on-one, and honestly, you get picked when you throw one-on-one. But when you throw like one-on-two, one-on-three, is when the drops happen, and that's you drop those. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. So the main account, I thought I was gonna I played well enough to go 25-0. I'll say that straight up. We got DC'd once, which we can't avoid, but I thought we played well enough to go 25-0, right? So we finished with 20 wins here. We're still in the top 100 as of this morning. Hey, where's my face? There I am. Okay. So we played well enough there. The big thing with it, that I said is upsetting is fumbles, right? And fumbles just happen, right? I know that they happen. It still upsets me when I fumble, but it upsets me because I'm losing games that way. I lost 2 games this weekend where I was a combined 3 of 3 on third down, which means I only got to third down 3 times all game. It's frustrating. That's frustrating to be that efficient and lose, right? And I know I'm not the only one that happens to, and I know that. So I know that we have clubs coming up. So EA may be scared to patch the game, but pull your tail out from underneath you and do what is right and fix the game for the people who play your game. That's just facts, right? I had put out a tweet this week and said I would pay $100 to charity if someone from EA, the developer of the game, would play Weekend League on stream. There's no takers. Shocking. And a lot of you guys actually chimed back in and said you would match that. There's thousands of dollars they could have had donated to charity, but they won't do it. That's fine. I think that there comes a point for EA that they need to say, you know what, guys, this game isn't where we want it to be. Fix it, right? What we hear a lot of from EA is, guys, we hear the feedback, right? The problem is that doesn't matter. Telling me you hear something doesn't matter. And I'm gonna use an extreme comparison here, and I know it's an extreme comparison, and that's okay. But if you called the fire department, you said, guys, I think my house is on fire, and they're like, we hear you. Are you on your way? Not right now. But we hear you, man. We hear you. There's a lot of situations like that. The urgency isn't there. Now, I think our biggest and best hope is that we do have next gen coming up in 3 weeks. Hopefully it's a different game. I hope. Let's go through the leaderboards. Let's talk. the more I look at some of the leaderboards, obviously some of the best players are going to perform the best, right? We're not surprised by that. A lot of these other players, I see as not the best passers. Now, since the patches have come along, you've seen other names sort of creep up. They keep creeping up, right? When you've had names like, honestly, myself, I'm like the most static player in the world. You know, like I'm probably going to average 20 wins a week all year long, regardless of how good or bad the game plays. That's probably where I'm going to fall. And you know what? I know it's fine by me. Yeah, the DC's hurt, but it is what it is. Some people DC, some don't. Cool. But what you're seeing more and more is the people who are much more run heavy, people who play a lot of man, they're moving up the leaderboards. We went through this Man 20. Do we really have to sort of go back to that? Yikes. But what we, like I said, we're gonna see some you see some passers here. Trey and Tony right here, 23 and 24. Key examples of just surgeons, right? They just love to pass. You will get other runners, the Dunge. My man Glitchy, he likes to pass a lot. Mike, I played this Mikey Cash. No shade to him. Shocked you got 22 wins. I know Jacoby, he DC'd Beerstone Rock. I don't know what, he lives in a county where passing is not allowed. It's Rush. Surprised he only got 22. He's pretty good. J-Wall got 22. I'll show you guys a J-Wall game later. Villa Life, Willa Pete's Carry. Doing well. Juan. This guy, Joey Kicks, saw him DCing people. I'm sure he'll be on the leaderboards. I'm sure he'll get his rewards. And I'm sure he'll probably play in clubs. Hey, EA, by the way, what's up with letting people play in the tournaments who were DCing people? Oh, well, they still qualified. What? Holy stupid shit, EA Sports sometimes. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. You won't. And I know you won't. But God, you got to do better than that. Sometimes, oh my God, the worst sometimes. I get real heated. Why is this guy still getting to play? He DC'd us on stream. Well, he's allowed to play. Oh, all right, cool. That's cool. I wonder if that's an ironic nickname. I don't have, what happened to Dream? He must have DC'd a lot. Oddly enough. Franchise GG. Hey, you know what? Push me down the leaderboard, you little cheating bitch. Get off the game. Get off the game. Stop. EA Sports. Oh my God. The worst at catching cheaters. The worst. They just don't care. They don't care. As far as we're gonna get to the no money spent account. This is good. Okay. We started out really, really well. We maybe got our best win ever on that account. Facts. Then what happened is it felt like the team collapsed. I've never had a stretch in my entire Madden career where I've had, you can put playing bad on top of it, sure, but I've never had a stretch like that in my entire career. To the point that I felt like it would have just been easier to let Clint have his way with whoever he wanted in my family. Because I was tired of him f***ing me. Yeah, I was tired of that. Take somebody else in the family, man. I was tired of it. Didn't feel good anymore. Okay? Hopefully that changes going to next week. Yay. We want the best. And I think you guys want the best too. Stop telling me you're listening. Start showing me you're listening. Good.